Hey, hey, what's going on? Nick Unsworth here, and welcome to another live session of the Life on Fire virtual summit. And I'm just really excited to have so many people here live with us today. We've had thousands, well over 14,000 people have come through and signed up for this very Life on Fire virtual summit. And if this is the first time tuning in, I'm just going to lay a couple things out, which is we've already done two sessions, and you can find the sessions by going to our podcast, which is Life on Fire TV, and you can access that directly through iTunes. You can also go on this very page on the right side, and we've got links provided for you guys. And the first session we did was with Adam Braun, who is the founder of Pencils of Promise. And if you haven't seen that, you definitely want to check it out. It's very inspirational, and Adam talked through his journey, his near-death experience, why he's building a for-purpose business, and why he created Pencils of Promise, which is an organization that builds schools literally all around the world and provides education to kids that just don't have a chance, and we're all fortunate. If you're tuning in right now, you're hearing my voice and you're seeing me on the screen, you've got a computer, you've got education, you've got a huge amount of opportunity in your life, and so it's an amazing organization. And as many of you know, that after you've opted in for this, we had what's called the Business on Fire bundle. So we asked some of the world's most incredible entrepreneurs to donate and to give us some of their high caliber, top performing products. And so we have everything from live coaching with Michael Burnoff, who is a breakthrough coach and peak performance coach, and that's that's an actual live workshop with him where you're tuning in on the phone, and the outcome of that is to get more done in 5 days than you would in 5 months. We've got John Lee Dumas has Ignite Your Webinar. He shares exactly how he's made over $1 million using webinars in his business with Entrepreneur on Fire. You've got our course called the Product Launch Formula, which is a course that we sell for $1,000, and it's how to take your passion and to take what you're good at and your passion and to create an information product and to create an online business out of that and to monetize it and launch it to the marketplace. And so we brought lots of people through that course. It's incredible. We sell it for $1,000. It's our gift to you in the bundle. We have Brian Tracy, who has time management, a course in there, and leadership. And so this bundle is literally $6,070 worth of value. Even have Mike Pisciota and Robin, who are our partners on the Life on Fire Summit. If you don't know them, you definitely want to find them on Facebook, get to know them. They're absolutely incredible. They are partners on this very virtual summit. And their course in the bundle is about building your email list, which is an asset we all need to have in our businesses. So what's awesome about that is it's only $97, and you're getting all the $6,000 plus in courses. You get instant access to them, and the cool thing is that the proceeds goes to Pencils of Promise. So we have committed, and we are fundraising all together. This is you, this is me. We've got Valerie on the line, Robin and Mike, Ryan, our team, all of us together. All of you are basically locking in arms, and by buying that bundle, you're supporting building a school. And the cool thing is, we get to pick the country where they're going to break ground and build it. We can visit it one day, and it's such a great experience. I was in Guatemala this past August with my fiance Megan, and we got to see firsthand. And when you see the environment that they're living in, and when you see the schools that are dilapidated and they're incredibly hot and they don't have the right supplies, and then you see a Pencils of Promise school that is just magnificent, and you walk in and it's literally 15 degrees cooler inside just because of the ventilation, the technology, how they build these things. And they put them up really quick in about 90 days. And so we were out there getting our hands dirty and literally volunteering to build a school and got to see firsthand. And I got to tell you that a $97 donation, you're going to get the Business on Fire bundle, but you're going to also be able to feel great and proud that you've been a part of this, a part of building a school with us. So just want to encourage you to do that. It's just businessonfirebundle.com. And the way we look at it is, if we can, build a business, if we can give back at the same time, to me and to all of us with Life on Fire, that is what is incredible about building what we call and what Adam Braun refers to as a for-purpose business. We're not just out, creating success stories for clients or making money. We're making a good, honest living but we're also giving back along the way. And that is a big core message that we have, is that in business as an entrepreneur, it's about the journey. It's not just this end destination where you wait to retire when you're 65, or if you're an entrepreneur, you sacrifice and sacrifice, and then one day you're going to be happy. The way we look at it is, we want to give you the tools. We want to equip you with innovative marketing strategies. We've got some of the most incredible entrepreneurs teaching everything from mindset, networking, marketing strategies, how to publish books on Amazon and become a bestseller, and all of that is so that you can take your passion, your purpose, and grow your business with that and live an absolutely incredible life on fire. And so that is the essence, that's the mission of this virtual summit. As you know, if you're tuning in right now and you're hearing my voice, seeing the screen, this thing is completely free. And so what we just ask is, we would love for you to interact, get involved with us. We've got Facebook comments on this very page. And if you have any questions, definitely type in your questions. We will be doing a Q&A at the end, and I've got Valerie on the line who's going to be moderating, and she's going to be sharing those questions with me. We're going to talk them through, and our goal is to help you grow your business with Facebook marketing and advertising. So the session here today is teaching a strategy that we've used not only in our business with Life on Fire, but we've used with many, many, many of our clients to grow your business, grow your bottom line profits. But there's other outcomes with Facebook marketing and advertising. Imagine how your business would change if you had a waiting list. What would it be like if you had a line at your door? If you have a physical restaurant or a retail store. But what would happen if you had more leads? Because the number one problem, the number one challenge that I find with entrepreneurs is that there's not enough leads. And you need enough leads to create enough sales to live the life that you want to live and to have your business perform at the level that you want. And so the great thing about Facebook advertising, as you're going to see in this presentation, is that Facebook ads is, in my opinion, the absolute number one way to attract leads to your business. So if you aren't a huge fan of just feeling like you're being a salesperson or you're selling, Facebook ads is all about giving first, adding value, giving first, and you're attracting people to you. And then at that point, you can add value and then offer them your products and services so that they want to buy and they want to share that. And the cool thing is that it's not just running Facebook ads and doing Facebook marketing and making a couple extra $100. I mean, this is designed to help you go from starting a business to 5 figures. If you're making 5 figures, to go from 5 to 6 figures. We've got one of our favorite clients. I shouldn't play favorites, but one of our favorite clients, has brought in over $1 million extra by running Facebook ads, to their business. And there's so much potential. And when you think about it, out of all the ways to market, you've got everything from traditional marketing, you've got radio, print, television, all these different forms of marketing. What is the most effective for your business? What's the most efficient? And what we're going to be sharing with you here today is what would happen if you put in $1 on Facebook ads and you got back 4. What if you put in $100 and you got back 400? How many times would you continue to repeat that process over and over and grow your business? And we're so passionate about this because this is one of the most effective ways to have more leads, build up your brand and authority. And I've got to say, if you imagine your brand, your face, your business all over Facebook, what happens is that it creates this perception. It creates this authority where people perceive that you are the best at what it is that you do. And when you consistently do this, you're able to charge more for your services. You're able to build up that brand perception and have that waiting list, to have the line out, at your restaurant or out your door. And that is so crucial and so key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over, I'm going to share my screen, dive into this presentation, and again, I want to really encourage you to pop over to the Facebook comments, and to kick things off, why don't we do this? Head over there right now and just type in where you're dialing in from, because I know we have people literally from all over the world. So I'm going to go over, take a look, and just type in where you're actually viewing from. So wherever it is that you live, and let's see what we got. So I'm just going to have to refresh the page. All right. And just say what's up, say hello. All right, and you can just do that in the Facebook comments. And it's just so cool that by being virtual, we can stream this, and we've got people from all different countries, everywhere from Australia to England, Canada, all over the United States. So it's super, super exciting. So pop over to the comments box, engage, interact with us, let us know where you're dialing in from or you're watching from, and then also be sure to ask your questions there, and we'll do our absolute best to answer them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to dive in. And I just want to encourage you to just, if you're here right now, I want to encourage you to just invest this time with us. We're going to teach you some strategies that have dramatically changed our lives and businesses and for our clients. And so, put your cell phone on silent, hop off of, Facebook at the moment, and just tune in, plug in. If you need to make your screen full-sized, you can do that. We are going to be going through and actually showing you how to build campaigns as well. So just make sure that you're really focused here today, and we're going to dive right in. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, all right. Cool. All right, so you should be able to see my presentation at this point. And I also just want to introduce Valerie Shootman to the line. Valerie is not only an incredible, great friend of mine, but she has been my right-hand gal in this business. She's been responsible for driving hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue to our business by using Facebook advertising. She is the best at what she does. She has a background in teaching. She can take these big, complicated subjects like Facebook advertising, and she can help you make it simple. So, Valerie Shootman, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Nick. Excited to be here. I love talking Facebook ads.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're going to dive in. All right. And I just want to say what's up to many of you guys that have been popping on the comments. So, Balancing Point, first-time attendee, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got Adam in Seattle, Washington. How you doing? We've got Michelle that is in California. So out in San Diego myself. We've got Ann on the West Coast. The Tampa Bay area. Okay. We've got a lot of Californians. Christopher out in Santa Rosa. We've got Indigo Vibes in London. Welcome, welcome. We've got Deborah out in Vegas. We've got Tim in Long Beach. Christine, who we're working with on one of our courses, which is awesome. She's in Walnut Creek, California, and many others. So welcome, guys. All right, and so what we're going to do here is first start off with, which I think is so incredibly important, is think about, I want to have you just think about what are the dreams that you have for your business, right? So you're tuning into the Life on Fire. What is the outcome? What is the expectation that you have? How do you want this to change your business? We know that we're going to give you, we're bringing to some of the most incredible entrepreneurs literally in the world, covering mindset, networking, marketing, purpose, and all of that is to help you grow your business, live a life on fire. But what dreams do you have for your business? Is it to go from $5,000 a month to $10,000 in net revenue? Is it maybe you've never broken the seven-figure mark and you're just looking for that edge to get your business past seven figures, to make your first $1 million in 1 year? Is it to get to a six-figure business? Do you want more time freedom in the business? So really, I want you to just think for a second and just think, what is the dream that you have for your business? Now, if you think of when you started your business, I feel like many of us entrepreneurs were all on the same page. It's, to have a business that you love, that you're helping people, you've got significance, you've got meaning, and you're able to change lives in your business, or create enough revenue so that you can support your family. Maybe it's putting your kids through school. Maybe you want to have one of the a husband or wife be able to stay home with the kids, whatever that may be. So what are those dreams that you have? What's one that you have? And what I want to ask you now is, what's holding you back from achieving it? Because this in lies everything from limiting beliefs. This lie, when you answer this question, you can figure out what exactly is it that's holding you back. And is it fear? Is it fear of stepping outside your comfort zone? Is it overwhelm? Facebook marketing, maybe it's confusing, or advertising, you've never done it before. Maybe you don't have the right strategy. It's time or it's money. But what are the things that are actually stopping you? And so what's great is that any of the fear as it relates to Facebook advertising or overwhelm or time or money, we're going to debunk all of these things, because by the end of this presentation, you're going to know how to create a profitable Facebook marketing funnel, which can not only build your exposure and build your authority, but also drive you leads and help you create more cash flow in your business. And as Valerie walks through how to do that on the actual campaign manager, and we share with you this playbook, you're going to have that. So the fear comes up if you've never done it before, but we're going to give you the tips to make it so that it's easy to do. We're going to help you overcome overwhelm with Facebook marketing. We're going to give you the strategy by working with us, and we can save you a lot of time because we've run hundreds of thousands of dollars through Facebook advertising. Shoot, I even had an agency back in 2010 to 2012 where we ran many hundreds of thousands through our agency account. So we have lots of experience on what is working today, which is key. And so basically our six-figure Facebook strategy, here's how we're going to help you. This is going to help you build your email list. This is absolutely critical for your business because this allows you to follow up. And with online marketing, we want to help you attract the right leads, and those leads need to be then nurtured on an email list. So every single entrepreneur, I know for a fact, we all start at zero, but imagine what it would be like if you can snap your fingers, run Facebook ads, and build your email list to 1,000 people in a month. What if you wanted to have 10,000 people on your email list? How long would it normally take you to do that? And with Facebook ads, you can do it as fast as you'd like. And this has been our secret sauce behind Facebook marketing and advertising in the business that I had in 2010, and the same exact core strategy with Life on Fire. And that's why we're able to put in $1 into Facebook ads and extract $2, $3, and even $4 or more from Facebook advertising. The other thing is that we're going to share how this can help you create a celebrity-like brand within your niche. So we're not talking mainstream, on Larry King, but we're talking about every one of us has a niche. We all have an industry that we're a part of, and there's something special that happens that when you brand yourself and you market on Facebook and you leverage Facebook ads and you're seen everywhere, what happens is that people recognize you when you come to events. You end up having this familiarity where people feel like they know you, and it allows you to attract leads at a lower cost as you continue to do this. As you build up your brand, the other benefits is that as you do that, you're able to charge more. You're able to bring in clients with less resistance because they feel like they know you. So there's so much value behind creating that celebrity-like brand within your niche. And plus, lots of other opportunities open up within your industry as well. So next thing is how to be seen everywhere. And if you think about this, it's not just on Facebook. We actually are going to be talking about remarketing, which is when you drive people from Facebook to your offer, that you can use the strategy called remarketing, where then you can position your ads and yourself to be seen all over the web. This would be on sites like Pandora. This would be on MSN and major news sites, and that further increases your brand positioning. And it's not that difficult to set up. And what happens is it allows you to further just blanket your market with your message and be seen everywhere and drive more sales. And I want you to think about, have you ever been on a website and then you surf to another website and you feel like, I feel like that ad is following me, and what's funny is that, in my case, let's just say if I was on Zappos and I was looking at, a pair of boots or something, if I then went onto Facebook, sure enough, the same exact pair of boots is on Facebook and it's following me. Then, I'm surfing on the web, I'm on Yahoo, and boom, I see the pair of boots again. And what happens is that they knew that I looked at them, they knew that I went all the way to the shopping cart, but I didn't buy and something held me back. And so they're able to follow up until that I actually buy. And yes, I did buy the boots. So the thing is that imagine if you can set that up and have this unfair advantage in your marketing. Another thing is that when you set up your Facebook advertising, we're going to walk through a strategy with Valerie where when you're running what's called newsfeed ads, you can actually drive people, you can create engagement, you can drive likes to your Facebook page, and we have a like campaign that works incredibly well. And having a Facebook business page with a lot of likes, that does create social proof. Now, there's a lot of controversy about Facebook pages, being, you're not getting as much exposure when you do status updates, but that myth has also been debunked as well. So if you know a guy by the name of Brendan Burchard, his strategies is he just does more status updates. Instead of 1 per day, he does 4 per day. And he's been able to drive over 1 million likes, and then in that scenario, he's driving hundreds of thousands of clicks every single week to the offers that he has. So he calls it circular viralocity. And so having likes can be social proof for your business and also dramatically help increase your traffic. So the end of the day, increasing your revenue is key, and also living a life on fire is what we refer to as a life that you love, where you love what you're doing for work, you have leads, you're attracting ideal clients, and you're making more money, you're able to do the things that you want to do in your life. You're able to live the dream that we were just thinking about in your business. So our mission, our goal for you today, help you increase your profits. And so by focusing in on this, we're very confident that if you employ this strategy and you take fast action, that you are going to increase profits. And when you do it right, because it's efficient, because Facebook ads can be very time effective, you can actually get more time back when you do the strategy correctly. So I'm going to just do a quick overview of my journey. And so here's the thing. The only reason I share this is because in 2010, I had a business that failed because I used traditional marketing and advertising, and I found myself, and basically I ran, I was encouraged to hire an advertising company, ran TV commercials, didn't work, they weren't targeted, and I found myself $50,000 in debt. And I share this because imagine how quickly from $50,000 in debt to then saying, you know what, I need to find a better way. If traditional advertising, traditional marketing doesn't work, then what is the solution? So, on a credit card, I started investing in myself. Now that sounds a little crazy to invest on a credit card, but I knew that if I just had faith, if I believed in myself, that I could get the right education and get to where I wanted to go. So that was the dream that I had. I made a decision to invest in myself. I bought courses on internet marketing, Facebook advertising, and I got the right mentorship. And by getting the right mentorship, I was able to build my business, created an agency in 2010, and within 2 years, I sold it. In 2 years, I sold it for over $500,000. In 2 years, like that is so crazy. I mean, I still pinch myself thinking about it, and the reason is because I ran Facebook ads, was able to build up enough customers, build up enough cash flow and enough revenue that my biggest client wanted to acquire the business. And so it was at that point when I started Life on Fire. And then you know what? I did the same thing again. We started Life on Fire. We did 6 figures in our first 60 days, and that was only reason. We started again at 0 with Life on Fire. You're talking in less than 2 years ago, Life on Fire, our revenues were 0, just like any business that started. And you know what? We started and we did exactly the strategy that I'm going to share with you here today. We ran Facebook ads. We drove ideal customers. We built up our email list, and we're able to sell our courses. We are confident that we're the best at teaching Facebook advertising. We do a done with you service where we basically look over your shoulder and help you with your ads and help you optimize and help you create revenues. And we just continue to teach that, continue to run Facebook ads, and we're able to get Life on Fire well over the $500,000 in revenue mark incredibly fast because of Facebook advertising. So that is the big difference, is actually advertising on Facebook. And to me, there is no faster way to grow your business. I mean, there's everything from live events, you've got sales, you've got cold calls, you've got advertising, on television, radio, print. You can do Google SEO, you can do all kinds of different things, but this is the difference, is Facebook ads can drive profits the fastest. And also, I just want you to think about, what would your brand and what would your business be like if you were everywhere on Facebook, where everyone in your niche knew who you were and people were coming to you because they see you everywhere, and you have that brand positioning where people want to hire you, they want what you have, they want to be a part of your movement, of your tribe, because they keep seeing you every single day on Facebook. And to get that, and to get there, we've got what we call the 6-figure Facebook marketing blueprint. And we're going to dive right in. And this right here is absolutely critical. This is the most important aspect of the strategy, which is you want to take your Facebook ads and you want to drive those Facebook ads directly to what we call a lead magnet. So in your market, when you identify who your ideal target market is, you want to think, what is the problem or the frustration that they have? And if your Facebook ad is the solution to that, and it's totally free for them to get it, that is what is attracting them to you. So the cool thing is that your lead magnet, all that's happening is they are exchanging their email, and in return, they are getting free content. They're getting free value and getting into your marketing funnel. And that's why this thing looks like a funnel. So a lead magnet can be doing a live webinar. A lead magnet could be a video series. A lead magnet could be a free report, a PDF. If you have a brick and mortar business, that could be a coupon. That could be an offer. And so the key thing is that when you're running Facebook ads, bring them to that lead magnet, and then the next thing, after they opt in, make a sale. And this is one of the key things. This is a discovery that we've had in the past few months that has been an absolute game changer in our Facebook ads, because this is how we're able to put in $1 and get back $4. Because when you're running your Facebook ads, wouldn't it be nice to get your money back instantly? So if you put in $100, imagine if you're getting 200 back within 24 hours. And that is the key. And oftentimes people think that they can't make a sale that early, that they have to nurture the relationships and then they can make a sale down the road. Well, the way we look at it is you need to offset that advertising expense so that it allows you to continue to advertise on Facebook and to continue to do so at a profit. People are always asking me, how the heck do you have the budget to advertise on Facebook literally every single day? And it's simple. It is literally this slide, because when we run ads, we can then make a sale. That sale offsets our ad expense. Then we do a webinar, because webinars is the highest, gives you the highest likelihood of conversions, gives you the best revenue opportunity. So our lead magnet that we love to use is a live webinar, because we can build connection, we can add value, and then we can sell. We can share something with them that is going to further add value, and that creates profits right on the spot. And so the great thing is that all of this entire process, all can happen in as little as 7 days, 10 days. But the great thing is that you're offsetting your ad expense as you go by making a sale along the way. Now the next thing is that as you have your leads, then you just want to follow up and continue to add value and convert. And so, I forget the sales trainer that said it, but the fortune is in the follow-up. And I've got a great example. We've got one of our friends and clients, Vanessa Horn. She didn't have a huge budget, but she was incredibly targeted with her Facebook ads. So in her, at the time, she was doing business consulting in the network marketing industry. So her background, as a was getting to the top of Arbonne, and she was a network marketing expert, and she built huge teams, and she had a lot of knowledge to share, a lot of resources to share. And so we identified that her target market was actually distributors in the company called Arbonne. And so just imagine how simple this was. We just ran ads that targeted people that liked the Facebook page Arbonne. And her messaging was so tight because she knew what their challenges were. She knows that people that are trying to get what was called senior vice president, which is this 6-figure position in Arbonne, their challenge was duplication. Their challenge was leverage. They're feeling like they're having to continue to chase their tail, and they're working their butts off 60, 70 hours a week, but they're not getting ahead. And so her webinar was called How to Leverage Technology to Get to Senior Vice President. And so the only people that saw that ad were people that were in Arbonne. And so if they were in Arbonne and then they saw the ad and they're saying, man, I do want to get to senior vice president, which is a 6-figure position. And yes, I do have the challenge. I do want more time back. I do want to create leverage in my team. So her ads were incredibly efficient. And what happened is she ran Facebook ads. She then did a Google Hangout. And at the time, we didn't know the strategy of making a sale. But what happened is that her Hangout had tons of tech issues. She had never done one before. And this is back when Hangouts were just a train wreck with tech issues. And she did it, and it was a disaster. The audio didn't work. It was a train. It just didn't work well. But we looked at it and said, Vanessa, you've got 200 incredibly targeted leads. So all you have to do is just follow up with them. it's not a dead deal, even though it didn't work. You didn't make revenue on the spot. But what happened is she took those leads, she followed up, she offered a free 30-minute consultation to help them with her time and to really add value for them. And she got quite a few people to take her up on that. And she did over $20,000 in revenue. And all of that happened inside of 2 weeks. So even if you mess something up, with the right coaching and consulting, you can still pull out that, pull out the revenue. So the cool thing is that you can see that it was so targeted and so focused. Where if you picture TV, running a commercial on television, that is so broad, so generic. Facebook ads gives us the ability to zoom in all the way and target and drill down. Another example is, back when I first got started, I consulted the largest mortgage company in Connecticut. And they were very accustomed to radio advertising. They were very accustomed. They did a lot of billboard advertising, which is incredibly inefficient. I mean, you're just catering with a billboard. It's just people driving on a highway. You know what I mean? And so instead, what we did is I said, all right, guys, who is your ideal target market? And they said, well, granted, this is back in 2010, the market was still recovering, and they said, our bread and butter, 70% of our portfolio is first-time home buyers. And I said, who makes most of the buying decisions? And they said, we're finding that, most of the buying decisions in the household comes from women. So we said, okay, perfect. So your ideal target market is women who are interested in buying a house. And then so I said, well, how are we going to add value for them? And they're like, well, we do these first-time home buyer seminars and we advertise them on the radio. And I was like, okay, well, why don't we do this? We're going to run Facebook ads. We're going to target women that are 21 to 30 years of age, which was their sweet spot for first-time home buyers. And we're going to target women that are engaged. And we're going to run an ad on Facebook that says, congratulations on being engaged. When you're ready to take the next step to purchase a home, be sure to download the McHugh Mortgage Home Buyer's Handbook. And so what happened is that they targeted women 21 to 30 years old that were engaged. It caught their attention because it's like, here's an ad on Facebook on the right side saying,
hey Nick, I'm going to hop in here. Your audio's talk.
Okay.
It's really staticky right now.
One second.
And while Nick's changing out the microphone, I am in the comments section, so if you guys have questions you want us to address, please ask them in the comments. We'll be glad to. Nick is great on the strategy. I can handle the actual questions in the Facebook ads themselves, how to set them up or how to do conversions, how to do tracking, any of that stuff. So go ahead, Nick, take it back.
All right, so cool. So I've just swapped out mics. I don't know what is going on. I've got this high performance, $400 microphone, but how does this one sound?
Much better. Much better.
So I want to really just have you guys dive in and think about this example, because this to me is another just a great indicator of what can happen with Facebook advertising. So that ad drilled down, targeted women that were engaged, 21 to 30 years old, that lived in Connecticut, which is their target market as well, and said, congratulations on being engaged. When you're ready to take the next step to buy a home, be sure to download the McHugh Mortgage Home Buyer's Handbook. Now check this out. What happened is that to get it, they had to put in their email. As soon as they did that, they instantly got access to a PDF, a free PDF that had all the steps about buying a house. And guess what happened? They built up a huge pipeline of people that were interested in information about buying a house. We knew that after they got married, that's a common next step, is to buy a house. And who are they going to call? They're going to call McHugh Mortgage and get pre-approved, follow their steps. They stayed in touch, and then McHugh Mortgage had that lead in the very beginning of that process, and they were able to even leverage that lead and then refer the person to a realtor, and build relationships with realtors. And that process was incredibly efficient, and that changed their marketing forever. That changed how they do business, and that right there is just one of the countless examples that we have. So it's just very efficient, very targeted, and what we want to do is, as we go through the strategy, we're going to help you think about, as we go through examples, how we can frame this for your business. So the next step here is, I want you to think about, in this example, did any of you see status updates in there? Because I know that one of the biggest overwhelming factors is, shoot, you know what, Nick, I don't have time to just be on Facebook all day. I don't have time to create content and to interact and engage, and it's just overwhelming. What am I going to say? And you know what the great news is, that in that example that I just shared with you guys, status updates is not a part of that. You know, for the majority of my career as a Facebook marketing expert, I didn't even create content on my Facebook business page. It only was until I brought, Valerie and I started working together that we started creating content on the Life on Fire page, because that can create a time, that can be a time suck. The return on investment isn't fast. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely great, but it can take you forever to build up enough engagement to get people to where you want to go. So the great thing is Facebook ads to your offer is efficient. You make money on the spot, as opposed to just creating content and just spending so much time on content. So that is one of the big myths, is that you have to have this big robust content strategy, and you don't, which is cool. So what is possible with all this? I shared an example with Vanessa, McHugh Mortgage. John Lee Dumas, one of my best buds. He's #1 on iTunes. His company is Entrepreneur on Fire. In very short, what was it, Val? I think 3-week engagement, $1,700 in Facebook ads to make $14,000.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Inside of 2 weeks. What would you do if you put in $1,700 and made back 14 grand? I mean, that's that would look real nice if you can picture that in your savings account. That would look real nice, paying off debt or paying off your mortgage early, or obviously not in full, but that's just extra cash, extra revenue back to your business that you can use to invest, that you can use to pay off debt, or whatever it may be. Kathy Wagner, great example. She had not had any experience whatsoever on Facebook marketing and advertising. What I love about this story is that I taught her what to do, right? We didn't manage it for her. We taught her what to do. This is what we call our done with you package, and all I did was, she came to me and she had a product launch that was not working out. She had done it year after year. It always worked out, always created revenue. And she does retail consulting for brick and mortar businesses, and she was totally just broken, and just came and said, listen, I don't know what is happening, but it's just nothing's working. No one's buying my consulting package. And I said, listen, don't worry. Here's what we're going to do. It's just a problem with leads. You keep going back to the same list that you have over and over and over with the same offer. We just need to get you new leads. So she invested a little over $1,500 in Facebook ads. We walked through, and because Valerie and I have been doing this for so long, we're able to guide her on the targeting. We're able to just show her the playbook that works. She ran the ads, brought people to a webinar, and that night that she did the webinar, on the actual live webinar, she did $21,000 in revenue that night. In addition, she then had leads. She was then able to follow up. And that helped her business so much that it totally changed her trajectory in her business. So that was so key. Also, Joe Polish, this is a really cool situation. So he's the founder of what's called the Genius Network, and he did this was 2 months ago. He did a live stream, kind of like what we're doing now. His team, they did $2,500 in Facebook ads, made back $60K in revenue, and think about that return on investment. That is crazy, to put in $2,500 to make back $60,000. A great thing is that Valerie and I were working with Joe, and we're doing our done with you package as well, and we are looking, working with them on the ads, working with them on their funnel, and we're doing a live stream on November 20th. Where we expect to increase the budget and to put up way bigger numbers as well. So super exciting. And Joe is a very influential guy, one of the most connected entrepreneurs I know, and it's just another example. What's really cool is from Facebook advertising. If you have any interest in learning Facebook ads as a skill, and not only is this going to help you set you free in your business, but that skill, you can share it with others. Once you learn this skill, you can leverage it in your business, and then you can share it with other people. So Damon John from Shark Tank, this guy is incredibly successful, incredibly hard to access, and yet I met him at Joe Polish's annual event, and I walked up and just said, hey, listen, man, I would love to build a business relationship with you, and I know you've got a whole portfolio of companies, and I want to make you proud, man. I was like, I want to make you proud. I want I want to look at your campaigns. I want to have my team, have Valerie Shootman, and take a look, dive into your campaigns, and I'm so confident that we can, help you reduce lead costs. That it's just my gift to you, and my goal is that that's going to build a relationship with you, and that other doors are going to open up. Shook my hand and said thank you. People are always trying to take, and you're giving first. So we set up the call. Valerie knocked it out of the freaking park and crushed it, and added so much value for their organization that I'm now going to LA and on Monday, this coming Monday, and I'm shooting a 3-hour interview with Damon John, and we're working together to create a product together. I mean, that's crazy. If you think about like what's happened is that not only is Facebook ads great for your business, but you can leverage that skill if you do want to learn the skill, in your business to help out other people as well. So, so now to dive into Facebook ads, what I'd like to do is just to share with you guys kind of over the shoulder with us, and how we set these things up and how they work, so that you can take this very session and that you can feel comfortable, you can feel confident creating your own Facebook ad and getting your own results fast. So the first very big thing is you want to make sure that you've got your ads put together, and you want to make sure that your ads are going to be congruent with your offer. So a couple little things. If you notice, this is a Facebook ad. On the next page, this is our Life on Fire Virtual Summit opt-in page. Notice the similarities in the color and the branding. Valerie did such a good job with this. And Val, I want to bring you on just to talk through, how what is the technique to setting to, for the copy on this ad, and then we're going to get to the landing page.
Sure, no problem. Like you pointed out, the branding is consistent between the ad and the landing page. So that is key, so they think that they're in a safe place, that they're not being led astray. So can't emphasize that enough. And then as far as the ad itself, you'll notice that it's written from a personal perspective. People are on Facebook to interact with their friends and family. They're not there actively searching buying keywords like they are in Google. So you have to make your ads match whatever platform you're on. So in this case, in Facebook, you have to have it a personal context of what people are expecting on Facebook. So you can see I did that for Nick and just tried to use his voice. Another thing I find is, like I did the 24. If you can get numbers in there, that stands out. I capitalized the and. You can do certain things like that to help stand out particular things in that text, because you don't have the opportunity to format with bold and so on. Another thing, you can tell the more personal of it than the stuffy corporate style advertising. Hop on board this puppy, and Nick says that a lot. He's always saying this puppy, and smiley faces.
I do love puppies and smiley faces.
There you go. And it helps it stand out. So that's in the post section up above where you're seeing the image. And sometimes I break that up. Sometimes I do it all in a paragraph like this. Sometimes I break it up. What I always do is test different ones against each other and let the clicks determine what's working. I may think I built the best ad ever, and then it doesn't really get the clicks, or the cost is high. So I try to make sure that I always go to, I do make sure I always go to the reports and see what's actually working instead of what I think will work. Awesome. And then the image there, this is called a link share style ad, and what I love about this ad, and I've tested multiple ads over the course of the past few months, and I keep going back to some other styles to see if they're converting better than this link share ad, and this one to date is still converting the best. And I think a big reason why is because anywhere you click on that image, on the headline where it starts off with free event, on the description below the headline where it starts off with click here to get, anywhere in that area you click, it's going to take you to the landing page. Okay, that's really different from some of the other styles of post engagement or just putting up an image and having the link in the descriptive text. They've got to do 2 steps. And anytime you make it more steps for people, then you're going to have drop off and not as good conversions, which of course relates to higher conversion cost. So again, link share ad, and I'll show you when I go to set up an ad exactly how to do that.
In that,
Or go ahead.
I was just going to say that right there. So all you have to do right there, just jot down the 2 words, link share. So there's lots, and as you're going to see in just a few moments, you're going to see that there's so many options with Facebook ads and types of ads. But a link share ad, this is what is working the most effectively. To Valerie's point, with all the reasons that she shared. And I want to highlight too. This is if we kind of zoom out for a second at a high level. Think this is really, really interesting. That at a high level, Facebook, they want ads that are going to be engaging with people. They want ads that are friendly. They want ads that aren't going to essentially anger their most important asset, which is the Facebook users. And so what happens is that if you've got ads that are really in your face or selling, or they're negative ads or they're fear-based ads, like they don't want that, because people don't want to be on Facebook looking at baby pictures or maybe creeping on their ex, boyfriend or girlfriend and seeing that stuff. So what happens is that Facebook rewards you for having ads that have what's called a high click-through rate. Click-through rate is also referred to as CTR. And so all that means is that the more friendly your ads are, the more likely people are to click on your ads. What happens is that increases your click-through rate, and what that does is it actually drops down your cost per click. It reduces your ad costs. And so what's so cool about that is that's Facebook rewarding you for having more friendly and engaging ads. But when you do that, you're able to save money. So Valerie and I will go into a company and they might be spending $8 for an email opt-in, and by doing it our way, we call it good guy marketing, or I should say good person marketing. By doing it that way, what ends up happening by making your ads personal, by making your ads congruent and in language that how you would speak as opposed to stuffy and corporate, that it will increase your click-through rate and drive down those costs per click, which is super important. And you'll notice all that engagement down there, all that is really, really good stuff, not only for social proof, but it's also great because it's going to further drive down your actual cost of the ads. And what's crazy is that if we fast forward to today, this very ad has over, I think, 1,500 likes. It's got lots of comments, and we've got, I think, over 350 shares. So how cool is that you can run an ad on Facebook and then people share it to their network? I mean, just imagine how much growth you can get out of your ad, how much viral exposure you can get, and that's part of being seen everywhere. So I want to flip to briefly talk about the landing page, Val, and then I want you to share just a resource or two about how someone can set this up, because I know another big challenge is, how do I set up the actual page? How do I make these things?
Sure, and just flip back to the ad. I want to point out one more thing there real quick. You'll see click here to get. So I'm giving them the call to action. I can't stress how important that is. A lot of people don't realize they can click down there. So when you're saying click here, you click it and you go to the landing page. So make sure you include the call to action on your ad. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that, because sometimes it gets left off. So for this landing page, again, it's congruent. The button is right there. You can read about it, but you have instant access to be able to do what you want to do, which once you click the get free access, you put in your name and email address, and you're off and running. An interesting thing that came up for this particular campaign was we tested this long form and we tested a short form. For this particular campaign of the virtual summit, the long form actually converted the best. Now, typically what we found in the past on most campaigns in most niches, the short form converts the best. So again, why you always need to test and see what's actually working at that moment in time for your particular campaign, your offer, your niche. So then as far as resources, how you can easily...
Real quick, though, I just want you to share. So give us the difference between long form and short form. Just what does that mean if someone's brand new?
Sure. So what you have up here on the screen is just a screen capture of the long form. So it was more information on the summit, more details, and you had to scroll down through. And it had a couple of different places where you could click the button to get the free access. Okay, and that's what we call a long form, where you have to scroll and there's more and more information. You bringing it up for me? Yeah. So you can see there's quite a bit of detail on here. It tells you the purpose. Again, there's the button so you can get free access. And then it even goes into the different speakers that are on the summit. You can hover over the faces, see who they are, what they're going to present on. So it gives you more information. And again, opportunity, you might have noticed the top, middle, and bottom with the button, the call to action, so you get all of those in. And then the cause. You know, Nick talked about in the beginning the Business on Fire bundle and getting all those products. And the proceeds are going to Pencils of Promise, which I think that's a big deal. That's what helps differentiate us from others, is that we are giving back, and this is our cause. So all of that information is contained in this long form, along with who all is putting on the summit. Now, in the short form, it is very short. It typically doesn't scroll on most devices, and it's one button. It's very simple, a little picture, a little headline, very little text, just boom. Here's the call to action. Here's what we want you to do. Click the button, put your name and email address in, and then with that short form, you're basically eliminating choices, eliminating that on the fence sitting. So they make the decision right away. Yes, I'm going to click the button and put in my name and email address, or no, I'm not. What I want to say about both forms is that then on the thank you page, I think that thank you page is a pretty underutilized page in most cases, but that thank you page, especially for the short form, is where you can add more value, you can add more information. You've already got their name and email address. That's the place to put your video and tell them more, or ask them to go like your Facebook page, or join your Facebook group, or look for the email with this subject line, those types of things. And you want me to go into our thank you page here, Nick?
Yeah, and so I think so. What's awesome is that making these landing pages. There's a resource, just leadpages.net, and they have templates. You know, so all the tech, all the overwhelm of, like, you know, how do I do this, or I'm not a graphic designer, I don't have a big budget for that kind of stuff. There's templates and examples that they have, and I mean, it's literally, you can use that technology. And I mean, you're just using an editor where you're just typing in your copy. You know, you can upload a photo if you'd like. You can use their templates. It's super, super easy.
Yeah, and one thing on Lead Pages that I love is they have a little checkbox that you can select that gives you, in descending order, the best converting templates. So you don't have to figure out which one's going to convert the best. They will sort it for you over all of their users. So I love that for Lead Pages. I love how easy it is to put in the conversion tracking code, and I'll get to that when I build an ad, but that's how you tell what's working, what's not, and tell the cost, but they make it super easy for that. And then as far as the graphics, Canva is a great one. If you don't have Photoshop, you don't know graphic design, don't know that, Canva, Canva.com, makes it super easy to bring an image in, put a little bit of text on it, and export it in the format you would need to upload to Lead Pages. So those two in combination can get you a long, long ways towards this process.
I love it. I love it. Well, cool. I'm just going to zip through this piece just so we can stay on pace for time.
Yep,
So,
no problem.
so this is the once someone opts in, this is the key thing. This is a huge takeaway. This was a big discovery throughout this past couple months, and this is exactly what I was talking about, is if you can offset your ad expense as your leads are coming through. And what's awesome in our case, what we did is that once someone opts in, it says you're registered, but wait, we've got a special offer. Many of you have seen this, and here's where we have the Pencils of Promise, the proceeds of this going to Pencils of Promise. So we chose to take this and make this, part of our fundraising strategy to build a school. And, we just, I mean, what we did here is we took the speakers that are on this very summit and we just asked them for some of their digital courses. And Michael's case, Michael Burnoff, I mean, this is his live, actual coaching on the telephone. But what's great is that this isn't irresistible. It's an awesome offer, and for $97 they can take advantage of it, and that cash of course goes to Pencils of Promise. So in your case, it can be one of your courses. It could be time with you, whatever that may be, and let that offset your ad expense, which is super important. And what we're going to do now is we're going to I'm thinking, Val, if we can less than 10 minutes, go through and walk through, and we're going to highlight some of the really important aspects of building out a Facebook ad and campaign that will convert and that will drive revenue to your business. So what I am going to do is I'll stop the screen share, and Val, if you want to take over, and let's dive in and let's show some of the secrets and some of the things that we've found that are working incredibly well for us and for our clients.
Sure, no problem. So you should be able to see my screen now, right?
Okay, let me give you, boom, there we go.
Okay, perfect.
And so guys, if you have questions, just feel free to type them on the comments below, and we'll do our very best at the end to get your questions answered. So, cool. Back to you,
awesome.
Val.
Okay, so I'm in the Ads Manager dashboard. I'm going to click Create Ad right here, this green button, and what it's going to do is come up and give me a bunch of choices here, and this is what Nick was talking about. These different choices, you don't know which, it's a lot of time testing. I can tell you right now, for what we're talking about, to drive opt-ins to a webinar, which is the focus of this particular session, website conversions, definitely. That's what we want to do, okay? And then you're just going to put in your URL in there, and I'm going to pop up my little notepad, handy dandy notepad here. This is what I do. I create everything on here so then I can easily just go copy and paste it. I do that just backup purposes, and things do happen, so sometimes you have to redo it, and if that's the case, then you have it there handy. Then, because we did website conversions, I'm going to be able to select a conversion tracking pixel, and in this case what I want to do is the registrations for the summit, okay? And you can set up those conversion tracking pixels under the conversion tracking pixel. You can ask in the questions, I'll show you that, but I want to try to get through this particular ad. The main point is these conversion tracking here helps you see what's working, what's not. So then if I click continue, it's going to come up and essentially build the campaign for me. And okay, we changed a little here. As Facebook always happens, used to be the image was up at the top, now we're down at the bottom. So my actual interface just changed on me, no worries. So I'll do this first here with the creative. It brings in whatever picture is on the website URL. You can use that or upload one to your library. I'm just going to select one that I've already done. How about we just do this one for now? And these images for this link share style ad, and when I said website conversions and you put in that URL, that's what I'm meaning by a link share ad. That's where anywhere you click within the picture, the headline, the description takes you to the landing page. And for those particular ads, what you need is an image that is 1200 by 628. Mine's going to be cropped off a little bit from the one I created. But again, in Canva, you can create that free image tool that I told you about. So I've got the image here. Now what I need to do is select my Facebook page. So I'll come down here and select Life on Fire. And then, boom, it pops up what it's going to look like. We've got the news feed, the desktop news feed, mobile, right column, etc. So you can see what each one is going to look like. And then you have your choice to put in your headline and that descriptive text. So I'm going to just pop here and copy what I had for a headline, like that, and it should change it right there, okay? And then I am going to put in this part, which is this text down here. Oh, wrong part. You can see I did that. Hold on just a second. Sorry, let me copy and paste this one. And that's what we want to put in there. That's going to come up there, and what I want to put in here where I had the call to action, I have to actually go down here to show advanced options, and now I can grab that, what I had copied before with the call to action of click here. I'm just going to paste that in there, and you'll see it show up right there. Okay, and then what you can do, you can leave it like this, or you can actually put in a call to action button. So you can say sign up, learn more, download. I found those buttons worked really good in the beginning. I found they haven't worked so well lately or after a while because everybody started using them. Now I'm starting to test them again, but I don't have good data as far as one versus the other yet because that's still in testing. So I would encourage you to test that and see what works for your particular thing. Then if I want to take a look on mobile, I can see what it looks like on mobile. Make sure that it's not truncated off and doesn't show the important stuff, and also that your landing page looks good on mobile. Now, Lead Pages has what's called responsive landing pages, and those do look good on mobile, but just make sure before you're paying running ads to mobile that it shows up correctly on mobile. So essentially, that's all the creative built.
And I want to just dive into mobile. So, and we had a couple comments about mobile. And so, what is so interesting is that there's some really, really exciting stats that just the amount of people in the world that have access to a mobile phone, and it's way, way more than people that have access to a desktop computer or laptop. And so, the opportunity on mobile is absolutely incredible. And so, what I love about Lead Pages, to your point, Val, is that just by having and using that, you don't have to worry about the tech. It's automatically going to be mobile optimized, and it keeps everything simple for you, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that aspect of Lead Pages. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up here and create the targeting. And I know, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but she had asked how, once she gets likes to her fan page, how does she target and add to those people that have liked the page? So that's what I'm going to show here. You know, you've got all sorts of other things here. Of course, you can put in your location, you can put in your demographics, your age, men, women, etc. If you have interest, you can put those in here. This would be essentially competitors' pages or other pages that your ideal target audience would have liked. But so I can answer this question and show it for the person that asked it in the comments. For your page, you're actually going to come down here to Advanced Connection Targeting and click on that, and then you're going to enter in your page right here. Now, I will say you can only put pages in here that you are an admin of. So you couldn't put a competitor's page in this section, but this is the perfect spot to put your own page, and that way you are targeting exactly to those people that like your page that are within these demographics set up here. Okay, and so that's set. That's who we're going to target this ad to, and then it just comes down to your budgeting, how much you want to spend. So you can spend, you know, Nick was talking about cost and how he advertises on Facebook every day. A lot of people don't realize you can spend as little as $5 a day and still get results in a lot of cases. All of my like ads, that's what I do, is $5 to $10 a day. So keep that in mind. For when I'm doing testing of conversion funnel ads like this, I usually like to go in the $10 to $25 range to test those targets and see how they're converting. So I'm just going to put 20 for this one. Here's another thing here that is kind of interesting. You know, we pick the website conversion, so it automatically has this button optimized for website conversions. That's what I would completely encourage you to leave up there instead of doing these other two. And why I encourage that, when you have that conversion tracking pixel in place, one, you can see what's happening and track it. But two, when you select optimize for website conversions, you're leveraging the power of Facebook and the history and the data they have, because what they do when you select this button is they say, okay, everybody that is in this target group that has had a history of doing website conversions, that's who we'll show it to. So Nick, that is powerful, right?
Oh, that is so critical and so key. So I want to make sure everyone totally got that, because that is a game changer with Facebook ads. It's huge.
Right. So again, website conversions, that allows you to leverage that data and power Facebook has. And then it's as simple as giving it a name here, whatever you want. I generally name it what the webinar or the offer or whatever it is, the funnel is, along with what my targeting is. So I'm just going to do webinar X and then LOF. So that's typically how I would name the ad set. And then it's as simple as placing the order. I mean, once you place the order, click the button. I'll have to go back and stop this because it's not exactly like I want, but so that order has been placed here. One more quick thing I want to show people, when you're doing different targeting, so I just targeted Life on Fire, maybe next I want to target Nick Unsworth page. I can create similar ad and boom, everything is the same. I don't have to redo it. I save so much time clicking that create similar ad. Everything's set up the same. All I have to do is go change my targeting. I mean, literally everything is here and set up. Isn't that cool?
That's so key. And a couple things. What I want to do is I'm going to grab the screen back, and what I want to do is I want to highlight a couple things that are really, really big takeaways. And so basically, that if you think about what your niche is and what your market is, just really, really keep in mind that there's a couple very big leverageable things on Facebook marketing and advertising, and the ability to market to your own audience is key because they already know you and you already have rapport with them, and you can get your offer in what it is that you do in front of them. Now, outside of that, it's really important that you drill down in your targeting. So targeting, when I think of like what are the biggest levers or leverage points in Facebook marketing and advertising, and it's definitely about the targeting. So you heard the example of the mortgage company targeting women that are engaged, that are going to be getting married, that odds are they're going to be interested in getting a house at some point because they're first-time home buyers. And so that was very, very targeted in the state of Connecticut. In our case, we have our event in December called Ignite. Now, this is so crazy. Imagine if you're doing a live event. I mean, that can be scary because you're like, I hope people come. I mean, there's all kinds of fear that goes through your mind. And the big challenge with live events is putting people in the room. And with our event in December, we're running Facebook ads targeting people that live 100 miles within San Diego where the event is being held. And imagine how efficient that is. Now, we can also drill down and target people that we know for a fact are entrepreneurs. We've got John Lee Dumas speaking at the event, so we can target people that like John Lee Dumas and tie in his fans. We can put a picture of myself and a picture of John, boom, and say, if you like, Entrepreneur on Fire, you're going to love the Ignite event in December where John's speaking. So think about how targeted that can be and how efficient that message can be. So your targeting is incredibly important. And think of it this way. It can be as simple as targeting your competitors. So all you have to do is just think of who are your top 3 competitors, what are their Facebook business pages, and you type that into the interest, and then you're able to target your competitors' fans, right? So it's super, super efficient, and you can drill down and really target exactly who you want to. And in our case with our event in December, I mean, it's amazing that we can run Facebook ads, and there's a $97 refundable deposit, and we can put in, we started, it was 36 or so dollars, and we're getting the $97 back. Because we kind of saturated the market, it started creeping up and up and up, but we were still cash flow positive. And so the whole thing is that we're able to continue to fund our ads. And the key thing, something that is really interesting there, is that this is another huge, huge discovery and takeaway on Facebook marketing, is that for the past few years, everyone has known that you've got to add value first. We talked about our model with the lead magnet. So we know that is one of our best strategies, and that's one of our best strategies to build your email list authority, be seen everywhere, and build a 6-figure business. But what's crazy is that we're going Facebook ad and directly selling tickets to our event in December. So we're going Facebook ad directly to a sale. That is very rare. Like that is something that we would never have done before because it would never work before. But to me, that's the maturity of the platform. That's the maturity of Facebook advertising. And if you have a really irresistible offer, you can make that happen. So we're just being efficient. We're just going from an ad directly to our event, and we're getting people to register for our event. They're booking their hotels, the hotel, and they're coming. And so that's super, super key. Now, we've also ran ads where we've taken an ad and we've run and targeted that to the people that are fans of the speakers in the Life on Fire Virtual Summit. So we're able to run those ads directly and actually sell the bundle directly. Now, if we spend $36, $40 on ads to make a bundle sale, in that scenario, there's $60 that goes to Pencils of Promise right off the bat. And anyone that that buys the bundle where we're not using ads, $100 of $97 of $97 goes to Pencils of Promise. But that's another example that if you have a truly irresistible offer, you can go Facebook ad directly to your offer, which is really encouraging, and this is another new discovery. So keep that in mind. On my screen, what you're seeing here is just the concept of making a sale after opt-in. So we talked about the value, the benefits of building your email list, but I really want to encourage you to do this because it will offset your ad expense. And building a buyer's list is an incredibly big leverageable asset for your business. So that's another way to further add value, build rapport. And so once someone opts in for a webinar, once someone opts in to get your lead magnet, if it's a PDF or a free report, whatever that may be, then you can make that sale like we're doing with the Business on Fire bundle and offset your ad expense, which is key. And another big factor with the strategy is if you think about where can you increase your profit in this scenario, is you can optimize your Facebook ads, right? You can test your targeting and see what's working the best. You can optimize the lead page that we talked about. Maybe you're trying a different headline. Maybe you're changing the color, right? But there's another way to optimize, which is getting more folks to show up live. And when more people show up live, if you sell at the end, then there's more people there to hear your offer and to purchase. So some of the ways to increase your show-up rates would be adding a phone number to the registration, and that can be, you can use text. There's a service called Call Loop. You can use different softwares that when you get the opt-in, you can have an optional field where they put in their phone number, and you'd be really surprised. Over 40% of people will put in the phone number, and then you can just simply send a text reminder to show up live. And the more folks that show up live, of course, the more you're able to sell on that live webinar or on that live stream or hangout. So that is key. And a big thing, so Val talked about tracking. When you use lead pages, when you use that conversion pixel, it's called on Facebook, I know it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. All the tracking you can look at inside of your Facebook campaign manager. And the whole thing is that we just want you, if we moved a little fast here, one of the big takeaways is that every entrepreneur, you've got to just know what your math, know what your numbers look like on Facebook. If you're in business and you don't know your math and you don't know what your numbers look like on Facebook, in my opinion, you are leaving so much money on the table. What is the cost? What is your opportunity cost? What is the cost of missing out on this? If you don't know, there could be a tremendous amount of cash flow. There could be a tremendous amount of brand building you could be doing on Facebook ads. And if you never test it, you'll never know. And so what's crazy is that if you run your campaign, if you start with $5 a day or $10 a day, you start small, if you can put in $1 and get back $4, you can reinvest those dollars into the business. And so the big thing is that, when we're working with a client, our goal is, and we work with lots of clients that don't have any cash flow to start, and our goal is to help them create cash flow so that they can run Facebook ads, because as soon as they know what their math looks like, that's where you create quantum leap growth. Because if you can run ads that are cash flow positive, you put in $1, you get back $4, how many times would you continue to do that over and over and over? So this is where we've been able to help a client bring in an extra $1 million into the business, which sounds like a huge number, and granted, it is an absolute huge number, but it's all because of the additional leads, the additional traffic on Facebook ads. So if you don't know your math, you now kind of have seen the most of this presentation so far, and I really hope that this inspires you to say, you know what? what could you be leaving on the table? What is the cost of not trying this? Could you be leaving $5,000 a month on the table? Could you be leaving $500 a month on the table? So if you don't try this, you'll never know. And I think that every single entrepreneur needs to know their math and needs to know how much money they could make on Facebook advertising. And I want you to think about what it would be like in your business and how your business would change if you're able to drive in additional revenue and get a 4 times return on your ad dollars. And if you were to put in $1,000 and you get back 4,000, shoot, even just an additional $2,000, how does that change your business? How does that change your life? Does it allow you to buy more inventory? Does it allow you to extract more cash out of the business? It could be to put your kids through school. It could be to pay off a car, pay off debt, pay down a mortgage. So receiving the additional cash from Facebook ads is definitely awesome. So I already covered this. The Facebook myth has been busted about selling directly on Facebook, which is awesome, very encouraging there. All right, so now it is time for you to start living your life on fire. So here's the thing. At this point, we've just gone through some awesome content here on this live broadcast. And the next thing is to figure out what to do from here. So there's 2 very distinct things you can do from here. So A, you can choose to take what you've learned here today and to just go on and just to do it all do it all yourself, to go out and to do it on your own. So totally cool. You can take that information and run with it. But if you're like many entrepreneurs, what happens is that there's that feeling of like being alone, and that you might have questions. And what if you're running Facebook ads and you're getting email opt-ins for $10 and you can't figure out how to get it down to $2? So the other option would be B, which is to hire us to do it with you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some really exciting details about how you can join our inner circle and how you can actually hire Valerie and I to totally work with you on your Facebook advertising. So it's a very exciting program. This is something we only do a couple times per year. We have put together an absolutely amazing special offer. And so don't worry, we've made this super affordable. This is within reach for anybody, and it's a really exciting offer and situation that we put together here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through, I'm going to share the details, and I'm just going to walk you through what it would look like to work with us and how investing with us can actually bring you back dividends and bring you back returns way faster than you may think. So I'm going to dive into all the details. So what we have for here today is called the Live Facebook Ad Coaching Done With You program. And so here's the thing. This program is done with you. And that's a very, very important distinction, because there's, if you've ever purchased an information product or even a book, or you've gotten videos, and what happens? Do you always go through them? Have you ever purchased a product and not done anything? I know I have before, or bought something and you just didn't take action on what you learned. And the way that we look at it is, it's our mission. I mean, really, what I feel called to do, what Valerie feels called to do, is to serve and to really help people live their life on fire. That is the whole purpose of our business. And what's awesome is that we're on a mission to create success stories. And so we're really here to help do it live with you, and to look over your shoulder so that you're making the right decisions and that you're making the right moves with your Facebook advertising, so we can help you create that cash flow fast in your business. So by working with Valerie and I, we're going to teach you how to attract likes to your Facebook page. We're going to teach you how to attract leads and ideal clients so that you can live an amazing lifestyle and what we call a life on fire. So we're building out 25 success stories. The program I'm going to share with you, it is, we do have a limited amount of seats available, and because it's a live group, so it's a smaller group, and we want to make sure that we're able to give enough time and attention to each and every single person. So the question is, do you want to be one of them? And what's interesting is, if you really think about that, I want you to take a second and just take a snapshot of where you are right now in your business. And is that where you want to be? Do you have, as much money in your bank account as you desire?
do you have enough freedoms in your business that you desire, or freedoms in your life that you desire? And, are you really where you want to be right now? And if you answer no to any of those things, that you don't have enough money in the bank, or you don't have enough leads, or you don't have enough sales in the business, then what's going to change? And and how is it going to change? And so what's really cool is that when you think about this, and you say, all right, well, what's going to be different moving into next month or 2015? Well, something's got to give, something's got to change, because it doesn't just kind of magically happen. So what I found is that if I identify where it is that I want to go, and identify that I want to have this life on fire, and I get very clear about it, well, then usually what happens is I then, identify the people that can help me get there the fastest. And so I'm a huge advocate of investing into people. I invest in my business, I invest in people, I invest in coaches and mentors, because it is no fun paving your own trail, blazing your own trail and getting beat up along the journey, when you can just bring people on that have a proven track record, that have already been there and already done it, and shortcut your success. And that's what Valerie and I are here to do. So by doing this live, by doing it with you, we're guaranteeing your success, and we're going to help you do this. Now, part of the thing is that, what we're asking is that we're looking for the right entrepreneurs to be part of the program, and we've had to turn people away before. We've said no to people for our coaching programs and things, because we want to make sure that we're working with action takers and folks that are coachable and that want to change. You have to want to be a successor. You have to want to get to the next level. You've got to be willing to commit to that, to commit to yourself and to your business. So, and we'll dive into all the details, but right here today, super excited, because we're looking to build success stories, and we want you to be one of them. And I'm going to break down exactly how we're going to do that. And so what it's all about with this course is we want to help you increase profits. And here's the thing: when you increase profits in your business, what happens? When you increase profits and you have more cash flow, that gives you freedom. It gives you choices. Now, I'll be the first person to say money does not buy happiness, but money, what it does buy is it buys leverage. And that buys leverage where you can hire team members. You can bring on additional help. You can get more time back. So by bringing in more profits, you can actually reduce the amount of hours that you work. When you bring in more profits, you can actually add in purpose into your life and into your business. When you bring in more profits, you can build a school with us, like we're doing with Pencils of Promise. We don't have to just build one. You have more flexibility, make more money in your business, and treat it as a true business. And you can leverage that money and give back to people, help people. So the way we look at it is, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you should be one that is out to create some profits and to increase those each and every single day and month, and run a really good, clean business. And so our mission is to help you increase your profits, reduce hours worked, live with purpose, and live a life on fire. So that's what our course is going to help you do. Because when you have more leads, when you are attracting more likes, leads, or building your authority, what happens? That is the fastest way to increase your profits. And so whether you're a new business, and any new business needs to have leads, they need people to talk to, you're an existing business. What business doesn't want more leads? When you have more leads, more people to talk to, the first thing that gets impacted is your bottom line sales. And that is one of the many reasons why we love Facebook ads, is to increase those profits. So exactly what you're going to get out of our course, what you're going to get by working with us, I want you to imagine that you're like, what? We got a ton out of this webinar working with Valerie and Nick. We love their heart, their passion for what they do. We know that they're great at this. And just imagine what would happen when you say yes and say, all right, I'm going to work with these guys. And imagine the authority that gets created. Imagine that by running Facebook ads, you're seen everywhere. And you walk into a local networking meeting, or you walk into an industry event, and everyone's looking at you saying, wow, man, you're just crushing it. Looks like you're everywhere. What are you doing? How are you doing this? It looks like business is great. Well, the reason why it looks like business is great is because you're everywhere. You're attracting leads. You're bringing in revenues. And it's a really awesome thing to have happen in your business, when you can continually spend money on advertising every single day and make profit every single day. people are always asking me, Unsworth, how the heck how are you all over Facebook? I mean, how much did that cost you? It doesn't matter what it cost me because we make more money than what we spend on Facebook ads. So imagine having that authority, that celebrity-like authority in your niche. Could you charge more for your services? Could you attract more ideal clients for your business? And I want you to imagine what it would feel like to have thousands of likes on your page. Those likes, what happens is that creates social proof. You have more credibility for people that take a look at you at first glance. The more likes that you have, the more likely people are to convert on your Facebook ads, lowers your lead costs. And also imagine what your life would be like if you built your email list. If you had an extra 100 leads in your business, what would that do for you? An extra 100 leads? I mean, could you convert 1? Could you convert 10, 20, 30, 40? Could you nurture those relationships, and the ones that don't convert today, they might convert next year, next month? If you had an extra 100 people on your email list, what would that do for you? That's an extra 100 leads. What if you had an extra 1,000 people on your email list? We grow our email list by thousands of people every single month. If we're not growing our list, we're not growing our business, we're not growing our leads. And that's one of the metrics we track each and every single day and month. So, the great thing is that we all start with 0 with our email list. And if you're like, oh, shoot, I keep hearing people talk about it. I need a list. You don't have one yet. Well, neither did I. Right? No one does when you first get started. And how are you going to get it? If you're going to try and get there from SEO and from Google, it's incredibly challenging. It is insanely challenging. But running Facebook ads and you bring them to your lead magnet, it's simple and easy. And you can choose to grow that email list as fast as you want, as fast as you're willing to spend, and we'll help you create that in a cash flow positive situation. You can also leverage our knowledge and leverage our experience to launch a product. I've been a part of many multi-6-figure product launches. I've broken 800 grand in just one promotion that I've done. And there's a lot that we've learned. I spent 100 grand hiring a marketing company to do a launch. There's a lot that we learned, with running ads with some very large corporations. There's all kinds of experience, and we can help you launch your products and services as well. Last thing, most importantly, is we're going to here to help you attract clients fast, because at the end of the day, that's what this is about, is we want to help you grow those bottom line profits. And that is one of the very first steps in getting your business on fire and your life on fire. So again, you have more profits, you can do more things with that revenue, and you can live a life on fire. So exactly what you're getting inside the course is you're getting 4 live coaching sessions, $997 value. So I want you to picture what it would be like. You're in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to travel. You can be anywhere in the world, and you sign up, you get an email, you get access to our exclusive members area, our exclusive Facebook group. Everyone seems really friendly, and you jump on board, and you're at your computer and you're hearing my voice, you're watching the screen, and you're getting some very clear and concise, focused training on what to do. Now, the beauty is that after we teach for a little bit, we're then going to make sure that everyone's following along. We've got a fast action sheet that tells you exactly what to do. And then the cool thing is that we can share screens, we can go back and forth, and we can actually make sure that everyone's following along. And so the great thing is you might think, oh man, this is scary. They're actually going to, make me do this stuff. Well, that's the point. We want you all to get results. So this is one of these things where we're looking for action takers. We want to bring you through the program. We're not saying that this is a magic pill. We're saying if you are coachable and if you put your trust in us, we're going to absolutely get your results, and we're going to guarantee it. But the thing is, you've got to be committed and you've got to show up. Now, if you can't make a live session, absolutely fine. Not a problem. We've got people in different time zones. When someone's in Singapore, and they're trying to watch a session and it's totally in the middle of their night, I get it. It's tough. So we will have all replays up within 24 hours. And so the thing is that we're going to not only teach you, but we're going to give you the hands-on training to boot to go with it. Now, the cool thing is we're throwing in an additional 4 live hot seat sessions as well. And so that's a $997 value. And here's the thing, that that with these hot seat sessions, you don't have to have the feeling of overwhelm. If you think about Facebook marketing and it's like, oh, that's overwhelming, or it's stressful, or you don't know what to do, that is the point of these things. We are going to look over your shoulder. We're going to help you optimize not only your landing page, your headlines, your copywriting, but we're going to help you optimize your ads. And people pay thousands of dollars to hire us. I mean, I've got my top tier coaching program is $36,000 per year. Get 2 30-minute calls per month. If someone does a VIP day with Valerie and myself and we come in, we consult on Facebook ads. We did this with Damon John. We've done this with other companies. We're doing this with Joe Polish. I mean, that costs $10,000 to hire me for a VIP day. And we're going to be live together. And we've got so much knowledge, much outside of just Facebook advertising. So, if you're like, I can't figure out my target market, or, which product should I sell? I do hundreds of hot seats, hundreds and hundreds. And what's awesome is that we're going to be able to, make you feel comfortable, and we're going to be able to help you overcome any challenges and make sure that your Facebook marketing funnel gets done and also gets put together the right way that is optimized. So that might be copywriting tips, conversion tips, and that your funnel gets set up fast. And, one of the big outcomes of the program is we want to make sure that you learn this skill. So, we can't do all the work for you, because here's the thing. We want you to learn this skill. So at the end of the day, after this whole thing is done, you are carrying on making money on your own, right? And so when you learn a skill like Facebook ads, that skill is going to serve you for years to come. What would your business look like if you were able to generate leads to your business whenever you want and on a consistent basis, because you now have a skill and you now know how to run advertising on Facebook consistently? So that is super cool, but we have to get the commitment from you. You've got to make a fast decision, jump on board, and we can help you do that with you, but you got to really commit to us. So the next thing we're going to throw in is instant access to coaching sessions. The reason we're doing this is because sometimes we've had lots of clients that purchase this program. Like I said, we do this a couple times per year, and we've always have the overachievers that are like, all right, hey, we just want to dive in, before the live session and get our feet wet. And cool. So the last time we ran this program, we've got, the replay sessions in there, so you can dive in and get a head start if you'd like, and get instant access to that, plus all the live coaching sessions that I mentioned. We're also going to give you instant access to the 6-figure Facebook marketer. And it's another $1,000 course. If you go to our website, it's we sell it for $1,000. And here's the deal. The 6-figure Facebook marketer, this course is, it is a course designed to teach you how to build a Facebook advertising consulting business and how to attract clients and build a business. So as an example, if you want to do what I do, or you want to do what Valerie does, this course teaches that process, and I've helped dozens of people build 6-figure marketing businesses. And so the whole thing is that if you'd like to do that, this course would be a great way to help shortcut your path to success. Now, if you have no desire to be in a role like mine or do what I do, then no worries. This is just a bonus. And the cool thing is that, why this course is great is because once you learn the skill of Facebook advertising, you can leverage this skill to get your foot in the door with other people. I leveraged, the knowledge that I have and Valerie has with Facebook advertising, and we went and we got, a gig with Damon John from Shark Tank. We said, hey, I'd love to share how we can help you on your Facebook marketing. And we got in the door and we added value, and now we're doing some business together. That's crazy. That's because of our specialized knowledge in Facebook marketing and advertising. And wouldn't it be great for you to have that skill too that you can leverage? So other thing is resources, templates, copy, and contest rules. So $197 value. We've got relationships with suppliers if you need graphic design. We've got things like, relationships with, lead pages. And so we can point you in the right direction. You can tap into our resources, and literally everything you need to be successful on your ads we have here for you. Also a private Facebook group. So, these things are, becoming common, but what is not common is that our group is filled with really hungry, like-minded entrepreneurs. And, the culture that we have with Life on Fire is that we're out to create for-purpose businesses. And we've got some amazing people in there with big hearts, big ambitions, that think big, act big. And you know what? We've created many friendships in there. We've we've even have people that have created full business partnerships from our group. And so it's a great welcoming community. And if you have questions, things like that, there's lots of knowledge, lots of insight in the group as well. We're also going to throw in a ticket to our event in December called Ignite. We're doing a walk in hot coals. This event we put a tremendous amount of time and energy and money into, and it's really going to be something special to have everyone together face to face. There's something that happens when we get to see and hang with you face to face. There's a connection that gets built, relationships get built. So we'd love to see you there. And to wrap things up, the total here, if you hire Valerie and I, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 4 focused live coaching sessions, $997 value. You're going to get 4 live hot seat sessions, $997 value. Instant access to 4 Facebook advertising video sessions, $997 value. Instant access to the 6-figure Facebook marketer course, $997 value. Resources, templates, and copy, $297 value. Private Facebook group, and also a complimentary ticket to Ignite. Total value is $4,382. And here's the thing. This is the value of what we charge for these courses. If you go to our website now, you'll see that that's exactly what we charge for that 6-figure marketer course, for our replays of the other courses. And here's the thing. The value is actually very conservative here, and the value that we provide in a 30-minute session together or a 60-minute session, we might have a breakthrough on who your target market is on your Facebook, optimizing your campaigns. That could lead to major results. It could be 5-figure results, could be 6-figure results. So it's not crazy for me to spend time with people and their businesses to radically change. And what is the value of that? So, we always think about it as, when we're working with clients, the value ends up being way higher than $4,000, but I'm trying to be super conservative here. But this is just to put things in perspective. So we're also going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, and the money-back guarantee is, it's really, there because if you're not happy, if you ever, if it's not what you expected, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. And we're doing this because we are so confident in our abilities, not only to drive results with Facebook advertising, but to teach it. We have enough success stories where we can confidently give a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that there's no, this is all about taking the risk off the table. There is no risk, to jump into hire Valerie and I to work with you. So there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So what does all this cost? That is the question. And I want you to reframe how you think about that. It's not an expense. It's not a cost. It's an investment. Because here's the thing. An investment is something that creates that will bring back dividends. An investment is something that you invest in, you plant that seed, and it comes back, and it's going to bring you more money ultimately, right? So an investment is, what's so different about that is, this is how you're going to grow your knowledge. You're going to learn a skill that can serve you for years to come. And by investing with us, you're going to end up in a situation where you've got your running ads on Facebook, you're able to generate more leads, build your authority, be seen everywhere. And that's a great investment. And you're investing in people that truly, care. Our mission is to create success stories and to serve. We got your back. So think of it as an investment. And here's what the investment is. So today we've got, like I said in the beginning, a very, very special discount. So you can save big with us. We're offering this. Like I said, we only do this a couple times per year. So you can hire us today for only $997. And for $997, you're going to get all the live coaching sessions that I mentioned, all the bonuses, and we wanted to make it easy for you. So if you're like, I can't come up with $1,000, I think that we always have a way to find money if you see what the value is. So we created a 2-payment plan for 2 payments of $547, and I want to have you think that at the end of the day, if you're thinking of this as an expense, then I can understand how someone couldn't have the money to come up with. But if you think of this as an investment, well, then you'd find a way. For example, if I was going to give you a gold bar that was worth $10,000 and all you had to do was give a $997, what would you do? I'm pretty sure that you would find a way to get the $997, to get the gold bar, and to cash that thing for 10 grand. Well, it's a very similar situation with this course, that if you invest $997, it is guaranteed that we're going to teach you a skill, and we're going to work with you and make sure that it happens. It's guaranteed that we're going to help you get results and create success. It's guaranteed that you're going to grow your email list. It is literally impossible to not grow your email list but with using our strategies. If you follow what we're doing, we can guarantee without any hesitation that you will grow your email list. You will build your authority. You will drive leads to your business. There's no question about that. It's just a matter of, how big do you want to go? How fast do you want to go? So the thing is that by investing in us, $997, we're going to help you bring in that return for your business. So I thought that gold bar example was cool. I literally just thought that on the spot, but so cool. So it's $997. We want to make it affordable for you. And again, if you are a total dreamer, or if you're someone that's not going to take action, please do not buy. We only are looking for folks that are willing to create success stories, that make fast decisions, that you're committed, you want it, you really want to help, you want to serve in this world with your business, and you're committed. So that's what we're looking for. The first 10 people, we're going to throw in an additional bonus. It's $997. It's called Video Marketing A to Z, a course we did with Marie Andros, who is a rock star. And it's about how to get videos ranked on the first page of Google. It's a legit $1,000 course we sell online right now. And why am I doing this? Here's why. We've coached hundreds of people. And what I've found is that the biggest common denominator across the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, and ask me how I know, because I do all these interviews with the Life on Fire Virtual Summit, but the common thread that I find is massive action. It's a combination of two things. It's making fast decisions, and it's taking massive, massive action. And so the reason why I've got a bonus for the first 10 people that buy right now, that you're going to get this course for $997, is because we know that if you take fast action and you jump on this course and you join us, we know that the odds of you being one of our top success stories increase dramatically, because we track the people that get our fast action bonuses. We know who they are. We're giving them, the courses, and we can look back and say, what? There's no surprise. That's, that they were one of the first 10. So that's why we do that. We want to honor, we want to reward you for being, taking fast action. We know that fast action leads to results. And if you're taking fast action to buy this, you're probably going to take fast action to open it. You're probably going to take fast action to do the things that we're teaching you to do together. So for the first 10 people, get this awesome course. The first 10 people also get our Insiders Club. What that means is it's just more time and access with us. This is weekly calls for 30 days. And it's on a group setting, and we have special guest speakers. They're exclusive. We bring on, we have hot seats. We do Q&A. We have different topics. And what's cool is that this is, topics that might be outside of Facebook marketing. It covers lots of different things, but it's more time and access with us. So the first 10 people are going to get access to this as well. So here's the thing. What I want you to do is I want you to grab your credit card. I want you to think about how this course can change the trajectory of your business, and decide right here, right now, and say, you know what? I really like, what's all involved in this course. I like that it's live. I like that I'm going to get some hand holding from two professionals in the industry that have done this before many times over with major clients and other entrepreneurs like me. And grab your credit card and get ready, because on the next page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the link. The link is for you to purchase the product, and the link has all the information on that page. It's going to bring you to our sales letter, and then you can purchase from there. And the first 10 buyers, what's going to happen is that the first 10 buyers, that's from when you make the order, that's how we're going to track these fast action bonuses. So you want to be, if you're going to do it, dive in and be one of the first 10, get these extra bonuses, and get ready. And I also want you to, what I want you to do is I want you to think of, what is the cost for you of inaction? Like what happens if you just are, if you're kind of sitting there with your arms crossed, or you're kind of sitting there thinking, what, I don't know if I'm going to do this, or you're kind of going back and forth in your mind. What is the cost of that? It's opportunity cost. If you don't know what your numbers are in Facebook advertising, and you don't know what your potential is, and you don't know how much revenue you can make, Imagine living your life as an entrepreneur and not knowing. You could be at the 5-year line. You could have a great business. You could be doing great by people. But if you don't know what your potential is with Facebook ads, to me, that'd be crazy. It'd be crazy to go through your life as an entrepreneur and not know what's possible with Facebook advertising. And that would drive me nuts. So it's like, what's the cost of not doing this, of not really diving in? So I just want to encourage you to think about both sides of that fence, and then also to feel that it's okay to make that fast decision and dive in with us, because you're going to get the hand holding. You're going to get both of us looking over your shoulder. Keep in mind that this is limited access. We don't have the bandwidth to do this with, hundreds of people. This is a small group. So keep in mind that, if you want to be a part of it, you definitely have to also make sure that you get in early, because this will absolutely fill up. We will have a waiting list for the next time that we run it. That won't be for months, but make sure that you just make that decision now. Get your credit card ready. I'm going to put the link up on the screen, and then you're just going to click on that link, or you're going to want to type in that URL into your address bar and jump on board with us. So here's what we do. You want to make that fast decision, take action, and go to lifeonfire.com/Facebook. So join us on this program. We want to make you our next success story. We're going to give you these live coaching calls. We're going to give you access to all the courses and all the sessions that I shared with you. And we are going to help you set up and optimize your Facebook marketing funnel on live calls. Very unique special offer. And we can't do this with everyone. So go to lifeonfire.com/Facebook and get in now before it fills up. And you'll be so glad you did. You'll be so glad you invested in us, because we're going to give you 110%. So lifeonfire.com/Facebook, and jump on board. And then come back, let us know that you're in, share in the comments that you're fired up and you're ready to rock. And what's going to happen is you're going to get all the login information. We're going to reach out, we're going to over deliver, get you on the live calls, and rock and roll. So if you're thinking of what to do, I just want you to think this really simple line of thought, which is, what is the cost of me not doing this? What could you be missing out on? If you take and you run with Facebook ads on your own, what's crazy is that the amount of money we can make you by having our expertise far supersedes $1,000. So you put in $1,000 and we can make you thousands of dollars if you're running your ads correctly and you're running them optimized with our training. So, it's an investment. You put in $1,000 and how much can we help you make back? And so, like I said, we are looking for committed entrepreneurs that make fast decisions. So head to lifeonfire.com/Facebook. Val and I are going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to help you become our next success story. Shoot, we're even going to guarantee it. So if you have any qualms about it or anything, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we will totally lock arms and help you get it done. And so what I want to do now is I'm going to jump over to the comments. I just want to acknowledge some folks that are coming on board. Let me just pull up also my Outlook as well. All right. And let's see what we got. Just want to say hello to some of you guys that are coming on board. Awesome, man. My man, Rob Tepper. Welcome. He's fired up to join. So welcome, Rob. And I just want to say that really excited to work with you, and that will definitely give you 110%. And thanks for sharing in the comments and saying what's up. We've got Julie is on board. We've got Samantha. We've got Christine. We've got Robert as well. We've got Ryan and Brandy. Christine, 2 Christines. We got 2 Christines on board. So awesome, guys. And keep letting us know. I do see, I get reminders or the notifications in my Outlook when sales come through. So awesome. You can also pop in the comments and say there too. We can acknowledge you and recognize you and say congrats, because, making a fast decision, hopping on board, that's awesome. That's awesome. You're investing in yourself, you're investing in your business. You're going to learn a skill that you can use time and time again for years to come. So definitely want to be, proud that you made that decision, and we're going to totally help you make your investment absolutely amazing and get you great return on it. So that's what we're here to do. So, all right. If there's any other questions too, feel free to pop them in the comments below. And if If you have other questions, maybe there's something I'm not answering for you, you can go to support@lifeonfire.com. And we have an amazing customer care specialist. Her name is Donna McAvoy, and she's at support@lifeonfire.com. And she'll get back to you as soon as possible within business hours. And also, we've got our support line, which is 888-530-5215. So if there's anything, like I said, any questions that we need to answer for you, feel free to reach out. We are here to help you guys crush it. We're putting on this whole Life on Fire virtual summit. The whole thing is free for you guys, right? So we've got amazing interviews. I've been traveling literally all around the country to bring these to you. We are offering a couple courses throughout it. So this is a way where we can add more value for you. And just keep in mind that the Life on Fire Virtual Summit, we've got such spectacular free content for you, stuff that you can really get your arms around, really implement in your business. And what this course right here, right now represents is this is just next level. This is if you want more for your business and you're like, what, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to make more money in my company. I'm ready to be able to give back and, help support building a school too, or whatever it may be, that something's got to give. Something has to change. It just doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without taking some type of action. And so if you're not hiring us, hire somebody, hire someone else, because someone, it is the fast track to success. So don't waste time in your business. You can grow your authority, grow your leads, and make more sales right away with Facebook advertising. So if there was a better way, shoot, Valerie and I would be doing it. But this is the fast track. And so we've had so many blessings come in our lives. And this is a great way where we can do what we love, work with awesome entrepreneurs, have a fun time together, and create success stories. And that's what we live for. That's what we love to do. That's why our company is called Life on Fire. So make a decision, take fast action, go to lifeonfire.com/Facebook. And again, support@lifeonfire.com if you have any questions. And I am super excited for you guys that are jumping on board. Keep in mind, this is a limited time offer. We only have a certain amount of spots available because we can only take so many people on before it would become too big. And, we want to keep this a very small group. So know that it is limited for sure, and that you definitely don't want to waste any time you want to jump on board. So looking forward to seeing you on the inside and inside our exclusive members area and in the Facebook group. Our community will be welcoming you, and we look forward to helping you create a success story in your business and setting the business and your life on fire. So until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll look forward to catching up soon. Cheers.